not on the regular VTC game feed. So we're on the Zach Willoughby with a 34. And Ruben Anderson with a low punt. Takes a little bit of a
last special teams play, but he's definitely making an
SMW
in the second. Line up with a 50-yard field to play.
Down is a 50-yard touchdown pass for Corey Lawson, So the shortest 50-yard pass, that'll go down as a 50-yard pass completion to number 9.
Take away 2 plays, and you're a 3-3 game.
55 yards for Bruce on the first play of the game, and 50.
Stay away from the big plays. Now, again, easier said than done.
On the jet sweep. And Ole.
The thing you got to think about if you're West is, you know what, you've done a pretty good job playing defenses. Yes. You're in really good position.
McDowell will take it. He'll take it up to the 36-yard line, and nice return about it. Probably in Callahan will give it to Kinney, and not much there.
Hitting the line before you let the linebackers hit. There's such an aggressive defense.
Callahan back in the shotgun.
You had over-under coverage on that one, and there was a very small window. Right.
Can make that deep flag route.
Right.
And CJ is going to look to throw again, and
go safety set, and they're leaving their cornerbacks on an island. And the cornerbacks are really drop balls tonight. I mean, there's at least 4 drop balls that I have tonight.
Wesley there.
You're not resigned to trying to do a long play.
He's trying to leak, and nice give to.
We were talking about that. Take advantage of the defense's aggressiveness and over.
So 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6. Actually, we'll give them 7 there on
yourself. 2nd and 4. Good position. I mean, this is the type of drive that you want.
Because they haven't really been able to establish anything in the passing game, and so
he stayed patient. Luke Jones came across and got
covered up, and I felt like Luke Jones kind of gave up on his route early.
Picks up the first down, and West will have just outside the 10-yard, almost the 6-yard line. So a nice gain of 5 on.
Good. You're executing. You're not making any mistakes, and you're.
I thought he got maybe to the 5, but they're going to.
It makes you wonder, depending on the outcome of this play, is this 4-down territory? And then you question yourself, do you go for it in 4th down? Because you actually could make a 1st down.
He's got the first down. He's down inside right at the
downs to get in the end zone. But the other thing is you keep the clock going. You got 1:37. If
the first half, 17 seconds on the play clock, and it looks like Andrew Kinney took that ball over the top. The lead right now. 1:14 left to go in the first half, and
one of those games. And all of a sudden now you halftime and you're thinking, hey, we're clicking on all cylinders.
And that's a spot. They've really played pretty good defense, except for they start the second half with the ball.
Yeah, I think I don't.
It's high in the air, and that's going to be caught at the 22-yard line. Yard return there for Bruce.
Right.
1:06 left to go in the first.
Bruce a lot of room to negotiate. The other thing you can't do is you
couldn't quite get the guy, get his receiver, but he did have a couple. And he does have the man, and he had Sanchez.
Third to watch out for him.
And I think that may have as he goes, but he's going to be back. That took 6 seconds off the clock.
Nice.
Good tackling by West. I see North
wouldn't use their timeouts at this point.
So 38 seconds left to go. They're a very quick kid.
Very athletic, yeah.
And
timeouts for them.
And looks 2 seconds left to go here in the first half.
And that you feel confident in the coverage you have called.
To go here. West down 17-10. Can't get it in. Zach Willoughby definitely
space and see what they can do with it.
You're going to see if guys can make it. Dropped by Corey Lawson there.
I think and like you said, you got 3 timeouts to work with as well on short field.
Jersey there, going out to his left, and a nice throw down to.
Yeah, and really at best you have one play and a kick.
and they're going to go deep. And that
Interesting call to me. I mean, with as many talented guys as these guys have, for 2 plays, unless you make a very quick pass and you immediately call
and get your
timeout.
first. There's nothing on the clock. That's that's it.
That was perfect.
So
Yeah.
what a break! What a break for.
Love to see it again. I looked down at the clock. I thought. I'll tell you what. You had 7 seconds. The quarterback goes there.
That was a deep pass. You were talking about getting something short. They didn't.
And Wesley Clark did what you need to. You know, if that ball, you guys can catch the ball.
The clock operator didn't help them out, but the refs are out there. They don't have.
Right now, they do not have field goal kickers.
They don't down to 15 seconds.
Draw West off sides, hoping that they can get closer.
Yeah.
I think they're taking the delay here.
They took the delay so they can get. Does not have to take this.
Right.
Now, if you don't take it, about a 27-yard, 28-yard attempt here.
I think that was karma.
Pretty entertaining first half, and other than a couple of plays on defense,
really good going into half. Your offense is clicking on all cylinders.
Right back with some stats after this timeout. So homecoming ceremonies here. We'll do some individual stats first. CJ Callahan is 3 for 10 yards, but he does have a 1-yard touchdown run. Trayvon had is 7 yards on 3 carries. West has 15 yards, 2 catches. McDowell, no catches. And for Olathe North, putting the 17 for Nelson for 107 yards, 1 touchdown. So West really has done a decent job, going 9-30, only 1 on a sack by Hayden Burnt, and 3 kick returns for 12 yards, and 4 punt has 12 yards on 1 reception. Stout has 32 yards to do the team.
Day societies, mountain music clubs, and jazz strings. After high school, plan to take pre-med class at the University of Georgia. Dalen's favorite thing about Olathe North is that being escorted by her parents. Let's hear it for Maya. Brother Jamo. Jackson is currently involved in baseball, football, for Jackson Sarver. Escorted by her parents, Julie and Ray. Molly is currently involved in our next senior Therapy Society, band, environmental club, NAHS, and government. Let's hear it for Akshay. Harsha and Uday Patel. Naima is captain of the tennis team and to study civil and environmental engineering. Let's hear it for Naima Patel and Vice President Bailey Flanagan, who will be helping us crown the new royal. Homecoming king is Dalen Johnson and Akshay Shastri. Molly Martin. 19 Olathe North homecoming court, led by homecoming queen Molly Martin.
Olathe North crowns their homecoming queen and king. And North with 236 yards. Interestingly, though, the time of business scoring right off the bat, a 55-yard touchdown run. West answered with a 40 that was the scoring at the end of the first quarter. Zach Willoughby 34-yard field goal to make it 10-3. And Lawson on a little jet sweep action. Lawson took it 50 yards. Half minutes left to go in the second quarter, and Joe Wall 14 left to go in the first half. Ruben Anderson extra the ball down, had first and goal a little off, and due to timing 10 West. And West will get to receive the touchdown here, so could have an adventure. On the clock here to finish warm-ups. Overall, a pretty solid.
You got to feel really good about this game. You got to be excited about the fact that you're. And boy, we got an even game here, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, that was a huge drive there. A 5.5 minute drive.
Just getting your swag and your confidence back, I think, is huge for West right now. And they come out in this game and they're playing against arguably one of the best teams.
And you know what? The good thing is you're sitting here talking about a 7-point ball, 7 with the ball, and you've been outgained 236 to 78. Now again,
yes, without giving up a score, which was positive. So again, that you got to feel good about it. 14 against 9 predominantly. I feel great about that. You know what? I'll let them pass the whole second half. If I can
Tuber screens.
And that again, we talk about deceiving stats. That 100+ yards pass.
Kickoff here to start.
Back in the fourth quarter.
Dow's back. He's gonna. And he got hung up there on the. So West will start with their worst field position of the night.
Oh, we did the end of the first half.
Callahan. The one thing you really liked in the first half was them running out from.
Where the linebackers have a chance. Their linebackers play so deep, so by the time the linebackers make contact, you're
up. He's going to be taken down short of the first down.
No gain on the run.
No gain on the play.
To run the ball, but also that defense has got to respect that passes.
Good time to take a shot downfield, but I guess with a little bit.
And that's all you need to get for that first down. Okay, you got a yard and a foot. So, the third quarter.
And the positive thing here,
yard line. So, a big loss of 4 there on the.
They're playing the 3-5 defense with those real active linebackers. It's just a.
And not trying to go wide necessarily. Callahan all the way up to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice developing play. But I like how we took our receivers and we crossed them, and so
and little keeper.
1 yard loss and the keeper number 10.
I don't know what you like. That was almost like a read quarterback draw.
Yeah.
I kind of like.
So 2nd 11 from the 38-yard line. Callahan's going to 3rd and 13 from 36.
Third down.
2 negative rushing plays, one for my
pattern. Or the fact that you got 2 first downs, you move the ball, you're gonna punt, you're gonna put.
They took over their own 15-yard line, so to get out to the 38, give themselves as a season out on three drives. One giving up a safety in the first game that really sort of you want to see probably a little progress made. So there he had the corner and was going to be able to turn that upfield for probably at least a 20-yard.
Nothing to take anything away from Gage Jones.
Look at him shift and go in and out of traffic. Oh, this is not. I'm hoping that's a cramp and not a knee, but get that game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, where we had success in the first half was just team tackling him and
yards for the game. He had 89 in the first half. He had early in the second, and I think he was been averaging about 100. Yeah, that's Hayden Burns walking off.
The fact that he's putting the foot down is semi-positive, but like you said,
for West,
he's put a lot of pressure. They could be injured, but secondly, for the West defense, that got injury place. Hayden is playing tackle, and you got a lot of these guys going both ways. So especially the
third quarter, Nelson in the shotgun. Nelson's going to go deep downfield, and he's got a man. Oh! When it bounced off his hands, Bullock almost had a chance. take it around the left side.
When you start to key on Arlen Bruce, you got to forget, you know.
They're looking. There's the give to Bruce. He's going to sneak in I think it's going to be 10 yards back.
Yeah. And Bob Farr distancing us. It was correct.
For 3rd and long, they go with 2 high safeties, but
Sanchez.
looks like
you leave your cornerbacks kind of on an island there, and
just inside the 15-yard line.
Legs and try to make these big cuts. He keeps his feet so underneath him and so close that he can make.
There's the snap directly to him, and he's going to try to cut it up, and he's just inside the 10-yard line.
They are dropping the down marker, so it looks like
Sanchez and Bruce in the backfield.
You know, I think West come down what's been working and just have a good drive and a score here. So again, get a good return, get some good field, get a touchdown.
You know, the left side of that Olathe North line didn't.
Yeah, it's kind of a numbers game when it comes to that. When you got the Wildcat, you've got lead blockers.
A lot of time off the clock there on that drive to score with 2 on the drive, and
looks like Wesley Clark.
Actually, Wesley Clark there, and we got a late 2-yard line on the.
The interesting part was it looked like
a dead ball.
Field.
No, that's not enough yardage. Yard line. That's the first 9-yard personal foul call. They get 10 yards, and initially instead of 50 on that. Not a lot of that carry. He faked the dive.
Now you're using Luke Jones as a lead blocker, and Callahan's a good side.
So 2nd and 9 from the 47.
No gain on the run by number 10, C.J. Callahan.
Kind of a long developing pass play, and just CJ no time.
15 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be thrown.
Give Earl McDowell credit on the outside.
He
tied up that D-back, and he just stayed with him, and all he had to do was just.
That Olathe North's just getting so much.
Here's the thing on that. Weston Moore keeps a little bit of a speed option there on 11 yards. CJ was limping a little bit after that play and a change of quarters, but we'll see. We'll see his.
Let's hear it for your Olathe North cheers.
There's
the snap back to Moore, and he's going to go downfield.
I'll tell you what, hard to come into the game cold and pass your game, and they got the rain coming down pretty solid out. It's going to be tough for the receivers. Traditionally,
Wildcat back there, you never know. I don't know if I've seen him really go.
If I see them line up in the shotgun, I might just shoot my backers.
Almost had Tony Dorsett.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, West got to get that offense back on the field.
75 yards this half for on.
Yeah, guys, and and they have Arlen Bruce, so
the wind and the rain in their face, and Arlen Bruce looks like number 78, 70.
Play they really blew.
Kind of letting him work, and he's just running in green right now.
Yeah,
and he probably looks like about the 37-yard line. So, and I don't know if you get.
And see West continuing to shuffle their fresh because you got Brady Huff and you got some of these guys, offensive guys. You've got
instead of a hold, that was actually a personal foul. So instead of taking it back
up here for several reasons. First of all, you need the ball back, but secondly,
looks like to take Bruce's spot in the Wildcat.
Take a pretty good pop.
I wonder if his bell got rung a little bit. It looks like the coach is.
Oh, I do see him. He's down here on the left-hand side.
He's around about the 25-yard line. Here with 9:38 left to go. There's the. Yeah, that was a short-lived breather.
To shut that down.
Yeah, and 3rd and 10 is a lot. And he does have the capability to throw, so it'll be interesting. He won't air it out.
4 yards short of the first down, and I would watch again. And the way he runs it, he's going to have that ability.
Gotta respect him as a runner, but again, if you're north, you're a 2-touchdown
image.
Yeah, that's
they're going to say that that's their ball. If it doesn't get past the line of scrimmage, it hits the West player. If it hits the West player first, it's going to give West the ball here.
Looked like the line judge on the far side was
one of their players first. It was one of the line drives that was right into the line. Trying to go deep, and he's got, almost picked off there. That didn't go anywhere. So, loss of 6, almost 7. Back to
field position you're in right here. You got to look at this as 4-down territory, don't you think, John?
And Callahan's looking
earlier on first down.
Play broken up by number 1,
CJ
Mario
still limping
Sanchez.
very good. You didn't need the big home run. What you wanted to do was get downfield, put yourself in a position to.
He's standing back at his 35-yard line to receive this snap.
He's kicking the ball with the cleanest.
So Arlen Bruce, we were talking about, has scores with 6:50 from scrimmage, a 16-yard run, and that'll put him on.
They've been on the field most of this half, and the right side of the Latham line.
The time possession here in the second half. There's the throw down the line.
Tackle, and that's a hard open field tackle to make. Those are sure hand tackle, and
going to throw again, and there's the Sylvester Union.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't see a flag, but there's a flag on the far side, so it's going to be as that'll probably look.
It's very similar. You just keep
back in the Wildcats. So
3rd and 5. There's Bruce going to try to take it ahead.
Come on,
and he's not.
Yeah, I agree, Dave. You're in that
made by number
5-minute mark.
You know the way the last one is. West got back on it.
And obviously when the ball through went downfield. Man, it didn't yet today.
No. I agree. And that could be a case of maybe not having a great long.
Trying to find some rhythm in a
Moore in there. He's going to go deep this time. Nice job.
I'll tell you, again, that's a tough ball throw. You got a guy going away from you down in a situation when it's as wet as it is tonight to actually hang.
Loss of 1, bring up second.
Them in and let them play tight. And now what's going to happen is going to open some more opportunities.
Kenny to his left. That's Hilliard actually to his left. Could have been picked off and actually could have maybe been caught after the
2-down territory. You don't have to go for the home run ball. Just they're giving a lot of space out there.
Weston Moore is going to throw. There's the car. Exact same thing you were.
It looks like they got caught a little confused.
And that's a tricky play too when you do that slant, because even though you look,
he gets rid of about their own 27-yard line.
It looked like he was, and I don't know which caused Weston to go to a second read, which was deep.
Last possession for Latham North, where you're surprised that they put the ball up in the air.
And that's exactly they shot the linebacker to the gaps. And it looked like
now with 3:26 left here to go. 2 scores.
Play happen on every play, and it's a good opportunity to get in on him and try to strip that ball.
6 left to go here. West takes the snap back to him, and
he's just left his blocker set up, and he doesn't need much space. But again,
Bruce is getting a lot more and a situation where
counter action earlier and having an absence of that. I think guard over and just caving down with the right side.
I have the stats in front of you, but you look at man-to-man, what we're giving up in the
Bruce is at 138 on the ground in this half. 227 for the game on about 28.
So
there's the get to Bruce, and he's sneaking in there. Nice, because that could have been a bigger game if he wouldn't. Gain of 2. West will take their last time out.
One more first down ices the game.
Turned 18 today.
Definitely. A lot of broken tackles.
The West 41-yard line. 2:26 left to go.
And I'll tell you, I mean, West defense has played a beautiful, simply just wearing our defense down at this point.
29-yard line. He's a good pop in the back, and he's the 40-second clock here. And you got 4 plays. You're just gonna pull into the line. It's gonna take it down to the 25-yard line. But that's going. It's gonna, if they get this right, which I think they want to score again. Honestly, I really do think they want to score.
5-yard gain by number 7, Arlen Bruce to 4th.
You got Luke Jones getting
Tackle
Threw his face down over here, and it looked like he had, somebody around the footer.
Like thing in the world too, because you could blow out your knee or hurt your ankle or even.
And I do believe they're trying to. They've had 40-second clock, and they will. And that game was sealed. Like I said, with the 40, he went to a knee if they wanted to, but they didn't want to. And that's high school. Wesley Clark with his second block PAT of the year.
And the score really dictates don't take nothing away from Olathe North. I mean, take the national presence. That guy is one of the
best. So he takes it ahead to the.
And it looks like West is doing this one.
And that was a good point. The thing you don't know, and hopefully CJ
gets out to Wesley Clark, who's taking it ahead to the.
I'd like to see them do a little 2-minute drill practice because you don't get
that completed pass.
That effect.
It.
Oh, big time.
And picked off
interception on the play by number 37.
The 3rd and 10. We're finally going to see the homecoming King Jackson Sarver in there back in the Wildcat. Basically, well, nope.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all.
And that'll do it. It's the last 4 seconds run out the clock.
Eagle season continues next week here at ODAC as your Olathe North Eagles take on Columbine High School from Colorado. On behalf of the Olathe North students and staff, like Jackson Sarver and Molly Martin. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
The second half stats here. Callahan with 2 completions on 4 attempts and 1 interception as he came in and played most of the. Luke Jones 10 yards on 2 runs. Callahan -half. Clark with 2 catches for 53 yards and total yardage there for West in the second half. Nelson with 2 of 4 performance by him. 20 rushes for 170 carries for Arlen Bruce for 200. With 20 yards on 4 carries. Not a lot, much more offense. You really look at this. We were handed to him 176 yards. There wasn't a lot there.
If somebody would have suggested those type of stats, you would have said, that Boris guys. It's a numbers game. You've got more guys on the line to block. He's such a
80 yards, time of possession 11-7, and with 461 yards, and we talked about that. That was tale of 2 halves.
Time of possession and what you would have expected a little closer score.
Touchdowns. Arlen Bruce with a 5-yard touchdown run with 2:40 left to go. It was only 2 touchdowns in the second game, and that made the final score. East side of his second half offense. The first game up 21-0. Last week 21-7 at halftime. No points in the second half, and just not been able to get anything.
Bring this up as a topic for discussion. The one thing I give Wes credit for tonight is guys going both directions. Does that take a toll on them at a certain point? You had a couple good drives, but as you get into the far reaches,
out what's going on in the second half too, because like I said, that's 3. They were just blowing doors on Shawnee Mission South last week, 21-0 attempt right before halftime, and keeping it at 17-10.
They came back and got the ball. Their second possession of the second half, I think, again, was a 3-and-out.
Yeah, other than a turnover on downs and an interception.
They've got a bunch of wounds they've got to lick, and hopefully heal over this next week. It's one of those tough physically and mentally games, and still in a good spot. You're 2-1. you're playing it and get some early momentum going and try to.
West Vikings, and for Mike Rellahan on stats, this is David Compton saying